into apartments. Mine was the corner one with lots of windows. We clambered up the stairwell that was filled with the smell of someone else's cooking. My apartment is perfect for one person. Uncurtained windows let light into the living room where there is a whole wall for a desk and bookshelves, a TV, and a PlayStation. Beside the door, my bike hangs on the wall like a piece of art. Across from it, and hanging above the couch, is a beautifully framed 1905 Art Nouveau poster of the famous opera singer Emma Calvé in Tosca, birthday present from my parents. The ironing board in the corner by the kitchenette is not a work of art. It didn't have to be. Housekeeping is not my forte, and I live alone. "It's freezing in here," said Jessie as she dashed for the bathroom. "Can you turn up the heat?" "We're not going to be here that long. It's a pit stop. We have to get to Miss Carter's Christmas party or all the really good hors d'oeuvres will be gone." Jessie went into the bathroom and I collapsed briefly on the couch, pulling my phone out of my bag. "Don't forget the fish, Xmas Eve," text from my sister Norma. Norma can't help being a nag. It's in her bone marrow. Mine too, probably, since we're both related to Aunt Clara. Voicemail from Aunt Clara. "Don't forget the fish." Voice from Ada. "Would you please choose a nice cookbook for me to give to Jim's sister? Make it moronically easy with a lot of pictures. She couldn't cook her way out of a candy wrapper. Thanks, Prune. See you soon." Voice from Kate Zilich, a high school art teacher and a fellow member of the chorus of community theaters, The Music Man. "Hey, Tosca. The population of eligible men year-round on this island just doubled. I've heard that a certain math teacher is getting divorced. TTFN. I knew who she was talking about, and I knew why he was getting divorced. Everyone knows everything on an island. I texted her back. TBNT. Newly divorced men are train wrecks. 76 trombones to you too. XXOO. Lastly, a voicemail from my sister, Carmen. "Hey, Prune. Just a heads up. Chris will be back for Christmas dinner since you and he were such a great hit at Thanksgiving." "Were we?" I asked no one, sliding the phone back in my bag. My sisters all married young. 2 of the 3 were knocked up when they said I do. I am unmarried, and every holiday family gathering, the proverbial nice young man is as much a fixture as the cranberry relish. I'm 30, for God's sake, and they still called him a nice young man. This past Thanksgiving, my nephew Charlie and his wife, yes, I have a married nephew older than I am, brought Chris Egan. Chris Egan brought a very nice bottle of Italian wine. Before the turkey had gone all the way around the table, my mother and Aunt Clara had managed to extract from him that he worked at Microsoft, as though the word itself trailed clouds of glory, that he had gone to Johns Hopkins, and that he was raised Catholic. Perhaps Chris Egan did not hear the collective expectant sigh from the Tonnino women, but I did. My movie date with him the day after Thanksgiving filled my mother with such dewy hope that I hadn't the heart to dispel it. Chris is nice, even attractive in that pale, freckled Irish way, but nerdy, and I felt no chemistry with him. I told my sister Carmen this, and she remarked that nice but nerdy might describe me as well. I resented this. I am artsy, stylish, retro, and full of panache, which is one of my favorite words. I like the way it tastes. Despite the handwriting of my mom, my Aunt Clara, my sister Norma, Ada, and Carmen, I feel no imperative, biologically or otherwise, to marry. I've seen enough marriage among my sisters to recognize the eternal compromising that eventually whittles both parties down till they look and sound like each other. Neutered, in other words, by the time they're middle-aged. I don't want to live like that, though I must say my parents, Frank and Donna, have not paled into one big marital lump. Still, in the words of the old Oingo Boingo song, I like my stupid life just the way it is. I have flingettes often. Well, often enough for a feeling of tonic anticipation. That's what I enjoy. I am not into domestic partnership. When I come home at night, there is no sulky man looking for a blowjob before I cook dinner as he watches the thrilling NBA playoffs. On the contrary, I go out. I have lots of friends island-wide. My job